Hollywood is vanishing before our eyes. Beloved stars step onto the red carpet looking thinner, sharper, almost unrecognizable, and fans are left in shock. The secret? A so-called miracle drug, designed for diabetes, but hijacked for weight loss. Behind the glamour are nausea, bone loss, and bodies breaking down. These aren't glow-ups, they're warnings. Tonight, we reveal the truth behind the most dramatic celebrity transformations. Chelsea Handler, breaking Hollywood's code of silence. In a city built on appearances, few dare to tell the truth. But Chelsea Handler did what most celebrities would never risk. She admitted it. The comedian, known for her sharp wit and fearless honesty, revealed that she had turned to the same pharmaceutical weight loss trend sweeping through Hollywood. And what she shared left fans stunned. Handler described side effects that were nothing short of brutal. Waves of nausea so severe she couldn't perform, mood swings that strained her closest relationships, and digestive issues that forced her into medical care. "It felt like I was poisoning myself for vanity," she confessed, her voice cutting through the Hollywood facade. What made her revelation even more disturbing was how casually the drug was prescribed. "My anti-aging doctor just handed it out to anybody," she explained. "I didn't even know what I was taking until it was too late." The confession shattered the glamorous illusion carefully maintained by red carpet photos and filtered Instagram posts. Handler's transformation was dramatic, but the aftermath was worse. Quitting the medication didn't bring instant relief. Months later, she admitted she was still battling fatigue, lingering digestive problems, and the emotional toll of what she now calls the worst decision I ever made for my body. Fans who once envied her glow up now see the darker side of chasing perfection. Her honesty revealed the truth Hollywood desperately hides. The recovery is not quick, the side effects don't simply disappear, and the price of a slimmer frame can last far longer than the spotlight. Chelsea Handler may have once been known for comedy, but her story has become one of the most serious warnings yet about the hidden dangers of rapid celebrity transformations. John Goodman, the legend who became unrecognizable. For decades, John Goodman was Hollywood's gentle giant, the beloved actor whose booming presence lit up everything from Roseanne to The Big Lebowski. But when he stepped out at a recent industry event, the man fans saw was almost unrecognizable. Hollow cheeks, gaunt frame, a face that no longer matched the larger-than-life star audiences adored. Attendees whispered in shock. Some didn't even realize it was him until someone pointed it out. The photos hit social media within hours, sparking a wave of concern. "That can't be John Goodman," one fan wrote. "What happened to him?" The answer, insiders suggest, is a chilling reminder of Hollywood's merciless standards. Even with a legendary career and decades of respect, Goodman wasn't immune. Younger actors were landing roles he'd been considered for, and his agent allegedly urged him to modernize his look to stay competitive. For a man known for his natural charm, the pressure proved overwhelming. But the real concern isn't the transformation, it's the cost. Multiple sources claim Goodman's extreme weight loss led to serious health scares, including 2 rumored emergency hospital visits. Representatives have remained silent, but friends are reportedly staging quiet interventions, worried that what began as a career move has now spiraled into something far more dangerous. What makes Goodman's case particularly haunting is that he never needed to change. Audiences loved him as he was authentic, relatable, and larger than life. Yet even Hollywood legends aren't safe from the toxic demand to look a certain way. Today, fans aren't celebrating his new look, they're begging him to stop. Because behind the applause and flashing cameras lies a man who may have risked his health and possibly his legacy to meet a standard that never should have applied to him in the first place. Katy Perry, the pop queen's vanishing act. Katy Perry has always been larger-than-life firework outfits, candy-colored wigs, and a voice that could fill stadiums. But her latest red carpet appearances have fans doing double takes, and not for the reasons she'd hope. The once vibrant star now appears with sunken cheeks, hollow eyes, and a frame so thin it has industry insiders whispering about the Perry problem. Photographers who once praised her as effortlessly photogenic now admit they struggle to capture flattering images. Makeup artists report needing extra time and products to restore fullness to her face for the cameras. Offstage, the story gets even darker. Venue staff who worked private events claim Perry appeared exhausted, often needing breaks, and in some cases assistance walking after long appearances. The transformation has sparked furious speculation. Was it stress? A hidden illness? Or, as many suspect, the latest Hollywood obsession with pharmaceutical shortcuts? Perry herself has remained silent, never addressing the rumors directly. But fans can't ignore the obvious contrast between her public statements of confidence and the visual evidence playing out before their eyes. Perhaps most troubling are the whispers of mood swings and energy crashes behind the scenes. For a performer known for her boundless charisma, the idea that she's struggling just to keep up appearances has left fans heartbroken. Katy Perry was once the embodiment of pop vitality, colorful, bold, and unstoppable. Now her fading figure raises uncomfortable questions about what she might be sacrificing to keep her place in an industry that devours its stars. And until she speaks, her silence will only make the mystery and the concern grow louder. James Cordon, the transformation no one believes. James Cordon built his career on charm, humor, and a refreshing honesty about his struggles with weight. For years, fans related to his self-deprecating jokes and saw him as proof that charisma mattered more than six-pack abs in Hollywood. But when Cordon suddenly appeared slimmed down, the applause quickly gave way to suspicion. The former Late Late Show host insists his transformation came from walking daily and eating less. But the timeline and the dramatic nature of his appearance suggest something far more extreme. Medical experts who analyzed his photos point out the classic signs of rapid pharmaceutical weight loss: sharp facial changes, sagging skin, and a tiredness that natural dieting rarely produces. Behind the scenes, whispers grew louder. Crew members from his final season claim Cordon was no longer the energetic host they knew. He needed frequent breaks, appeared exhausted by simple tasks, and filming schedules had to be adjusted around his stamina. Gone was the bubbly performer who once thrived on long tapings and spontaneous comedy. On social media, the cracks show even more clearly. Fans dissected his photos, noting suspicious inconsistencies and sudden gaps in posting during the period of his most dramatic weight loss. To many, it looked less like a lifestyle journey and more like a carefully managed cover-up. For a man who made authenticity his brand, Cordon's silence is deafening. By promoting a narrative experts call medically implausible, he risks betraying the very fans who trusted him. His story isn't just about weight, it's about what happens when Hollywood's obsession with appearances collides with a public figure once admired for keeping it real. James Cordon's transformation may have changed his body, but it's his credibility that appears to be shrinking fastest. Lizzo, when body positivity meets Hollywood pressure. For years, Lizzo was the fearless face of self-love. She stood on stage, unapologetically celebrating her curves, telling millions to embrace themselves just as they are. But when paparazzi photos surfaced, showing a dramatically slimmer Lizzo, the world didn't cheer, they gasped. Fans felt betrayed. Social media erupted with one viral comment cutting to the core. So body positivity was just a brand? The transformation was shocking not just because of the speed, but because of the message it sent. This was the woman who preached against Hollywood's impossible standards, who made a career out of rejecting diet culture. And yet, here she was, unrecognizable. Insiders whisper that Lizzo's drastic change wasn't a personal choice alone. Sources close to the singer claim mounting pressure from her record label and slipping streaming numbers pushed her toward a decision she once swore she'd never make. Behind the confident Instagram captions and fiery performances, there was a woman torn between her public message and private battles. The fallout has been brutal. Fans accuse her of hypocrisy, while critics question whether she ever truly believed the empowerment she preached. Supporters argue she's human, just another person crushed under the weight of Hollywood's ruthless expectations. But perhaps the most haunting part is Lizzo herself. Insiders say she struggles daily with the backlash, privately admitting she feels like she's lost not just weight, but her identity. The singer who once told the world to love themselves now faces the painful truth. Sometimes the loudest advocates are also the most vulnerable victims of the very pressures they fight against. Lizzo's story isn't just about transformation. It's about the crushing collision between authenticity and survival in an industry that demands perfection, no matter the cost. Mindy Kaling, from curves to controversy. For years, Mindy Kaling was celebrated as Hollywood's relatable powerhouse, the witty writer, actress, and producer who proudly embraced her curves while building a career on her own terms. But recent photos tell a very different story. The Mindy fans see today is dramatically slimmer, with a transformation so sudden it's impossible to ignore. In interviews, she insists her new look comes from healthy lifestyle changes and feeling better in her own skin. But fans aren't convinced. The timeline doesn't add up. Natural, sustainable weight loss takes time, yet Mindy's transformation aligned suspiciously with the filming of a high-profile project, one notorious for demanding strict beauty standards. Coincidence? Industry insiders don't think so. Her social media during this period adds more fuel to the fire. Carefully angled photos, strategic clothing, and selective appearances painted a picture of someone hiding the process behind the transformation. Meanwhile, colleagues whisper about a different Mindy behind the scenes. Gone was the confident woman who joked about imperfection. In her place, a star constantly checking mirrors, obsessing over her appearance, and chasing an image she once mocked. The shift has left fans divided. Some praise her for finally taking control, while others accuse her of abandoning the authenticity that made her a trailblazer. What's undeniable is the change in energy her once bold and unapologetic persona now replaced with cautious words and vague explanations. Mindy's story isn't just about losing weight, it's about losing trust. The same voice that encouraged women to own their imperfections now stands as a symbol of Hollywood's ability to break even its fiercest rebels. And for many fans, that's the biggest loss of all. Rebel Wilson, the Year of Health exposed. When Rebel Wilson announced her self-proclaimed Year of Health, fans cheered. The Australian actress, beloved for her confidence and comedic brilliance, seemed to embody transformation through discipline, hard work, and lifestyle changes. She posted workout videos, shared motivational quotes, and inspired thousands who believed her journey was proof that natural effort could conquer Hollywood's beauty standards. But behind the glossy Instagram posts, a different story began to emerge. Investigative reports and whispers from insiders suggest Wilson's dramatic transformation may not have been as organic as she claimed. Medical professionals reviewing her photos pointed to hallmarks of rapid pharmaceutical weight loss, sharp facial changes, sudden body shifts, and a timeline that simply didn't match her narrative of slow, steady progress. Even more damaging were the reports from those allegedly connected to her medical team, who confirmed the use of weight loss drugs during her so-called natural journey. If true, this revelation doesn't just undermine her story, it exposes what some call one of the most elaborate celebrity deceptions in recent memory. The controversy deepened when fans realized Rebel had monetized her journey. She launched fitness programs, sold lifestyle advice, and inked endorsement deals based on her inspirational narrative. For those who paid money and trusted her example, the idea that it was all built on misleading claims feels like a betrayal. Former colleagues describe personality changes during her transformation, mood swings, obsessions with appearance, and even distancing from friends who questioned her methods. The woman who once championed body diversity now seemed consumed by Hollywood's very standards she used to mock. Rebel Wilson's year of health may have reshaped her body, but it also reshaped her reputation. What was meant to inspire may go down as a cautionary tale about how far celebrities will go to craft the perfect story and how dangerous those stories can be when the truth finally comes out. Jonah Hill, trapped in a dangerous cycle. Jonah Hill has always been a shapeshifter in Hollywood, not just in his acting, but in his body. Over the years, the actor has shocked fans with drastic weight fluctuations, sometimes appearing slim and sharp, other times fuller and more relaxed. At first, people admired his honesty about body image struggles, but his latest transformation has raised alarms that go beyond Hollywood gossip. Photos show Hill thinner than ever, with a gauntness that has health experts worried. Insiders describe troubling patterns, periods of intense secrecy followed by sudden reappearances looking dramatically different. Sources close to him say the cycle is familiar. He gains weight naturally, panics under industry pressure, then resorts to extreme measures to slim down rapidly. Medical professionals warn that this kind of yo-yo transformation is more dangerous than maintaining a steady weight. The body can only take so many cycles of rapid loss and gain before the heart, metabolism, and mental health start to pay the price. Friends say Hill has already shown signs of strain, both physically and emotionally. He's obsessed with it, one insider revealed. It's like he can't escape the pressure. What makes his story even more heartbreaking is the toll on his confidence. Once known for self-deprecating humor and relatability, Hill now appears anxious and withdrawn in public. His social media presence has become carefully curated, featuring only polished, strategic images designed to control the narrative. To many fans, it feels like the fun-loving Jonah they once knew has been replaced by someone consumed with fear of judgment. In Hollywood, transformation is often celebrated. But Jonah Hill's journey is a stark reminder that behind every wow moment can be a dangerous cycle with consequences that last far beyond the red carpet. Scott Disick, from playboy to a shadow of himself. Scott Disick was once the life of the party, the sharp-tongued reality star who lit up Keeping Up with the Kardashians with his wit, designer suits, and larger-than-life personality. But recent public appearances have left fans shocked. The man once known for his youthful glow now looks dramatically older, with hollow cheeks, sunken eyes, and a gaunt frame that has sparked serious concern. The speed of his transformation is what alarms insiders most. Friends of the Kardashian family say the changes happened in just a few short months, coinciding with mounting pressure to stay relevant in the family's ever-expanding media empire. On recent episodes of their reality show, makeup artists reportedly had to work overtime to soften his hollow look for the cameras. Behind the scenes, the picture is even darker. Family members, particularly Kourtney Kardashian, are said to be worried about Scott's health and the message it sends to their children. According to insiders, interventions have been attempted but with little success. Friends describe personality shifts and erratic behavior that mirror his physical decline. Once outgoing and social, Scott now often avoids public settings, fearful of scrutiny and whispers about his appearance. Some close to him believe his obsession with maintaining a youthful image may have pushed him toward dangerous shortcuts. What was once pride in his looks now appears to be vanity turned toxic. The toll isn't just physical, it's emotional, leaving Scott anxious, withdrawn, and a shadow of the man fans once knew. For viewers who grew up watching him as the flashy, confident Lord Disick, the transformation is heartbreaking. It's no longer about fame or fortune, it's about survival in an industry that never forgives aging. even for reality TV royalty. Jessica Simpson, The Price of Perfection. Jessica Simpson has never been a stranger to the spotlight. From pop princess to fashion mogul, she's built an empire on her voice, charm, and relatability. But her latest transformation has left fans less inspired and more suspicious. The singer, once candid about her post-pregnancy struggles and fluctuating weight, now looks almost unrecognizable, sparking whispers of drastic measures hidden behind carefully crafted Instagram posts. Her official story? Hard work, discipline, and sheer determination. But fitness experts say the timeline simply doesn't add up. Her slim down appeared far too rapid and extreme to be explained by lifestyle changes alone. Social media detectives point out suspicious gaps in her posting schedule that align perfectly with periods of her most dramatic change. And those glossy selfies? Fans argue they're more about concealing than celebrating. What makes Jessica's situation particularly controversial is her history of honesty. For years, she openly discussed her body image battles, winning trust by sharing raw, authentic moments. That's why this new narrative feels like a betrayal to many. Instead of inspiring women, her sudden transformation risks setting impossible expectations. Insiders whisper that behind the scenes, the reality looks much different. Former staff have allegedly witnessed obsessive weighing, extreme food restrictions, and unpredictable mood swings that disrupted her schedule. The once relatable star, who once told women to embrace their curves, now appears consumed by chasing an ideal that doesn't exist. Her story isn't just about one woman's weight loss, it's about the cost of Hollywood's relentless beauty machine. Jessica built her brand on being authentic. Now, fans are left wondering, is the Jessica they see online real, or just another illusion polished for the spotlight? Sharon Osbourne, When Weight Loss Went Too Far. Sharon Osbourne has never shied away from speaking her truth. The outspoken TV personality, famous for her sharp wit on the talk and her larger-than-life presence alongside husband Ozzy, shocked fans when she admitted her weight loss journey spiraled out of control. What began as a quest to slim down with medication quickly turned into something far darker, leaving Sharon frail, skeletal, and constantly battling illness. At one point, she confessed she had dropped so much weight that even her closest friends barely recognized her. Instead of feeling empowered, Sharon described feeling weak, nauseous, and unable to function. Everyday activities became struggles. Eating was nearly impossible, energy vanished, and she admitted that even walking across a room sometimes felt overwhelming. The most disturbing part? Stopping the medication didn't magically solve the problem. Sharon revealed she was left with long-lasting side effects, including difficulty regaining healthy weight and lingering digestive issues. Her candid confession pulled back the curtain on what so many other celebrities refuse to admit, that these so-called miracle fixes can cause permanent damage. Even more haunting was her honesty about the psychological toll. Sharon admitted she became addicted to the rapid transformation even when it was visibly harming her. The obsession with staying slim was intoxicating, a dangerous cycle that fed itself while her health declined. Her willingness to go public has made her one of the few celebrities brave enough to warn others about the dark side of Hollywood's weight loss craze. Sharon's message is simple but chilling. The perfect image isn't worth losing your health or yourself. Amy Schumer, When Vanity Collides with Motherhood. Amy Schumer has built her career on brutal honesty and sharp comedy, often pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's obsession with looks. But even she wasn't immune to the lure of rapid weight loss medication. The comedian recently admitted that her brief experiment nearly cost her something far greater than her image. It stole precious moments with her young son. At first, the transformation seemed promising. Amy slimmed down quickly, fueling headlines and speculation. But behind the laughs, she was struggling. The side effects were brutal: constant nausea, debilitating fatigue, and wild mood swings that made daily life unbearable. Worst of all, Amy confessed she was often too sick to play with her child. The realization cut deeper than any paparazzi criticism. Her pursuit of perfection had robbed her of the one role that mattered most, being a mom. Unlike many of her peers, Amy didn't try to hide the truth. She revealed that her body simply couldn't handle the drug, thanks to a genetic predisposition that made the side effects even harsher. "I hated it," she admitted. "I felt poisoned." Her candor stripped away the glossy illusion and showed fans the ugly reality behind the Hollywood trend. What makes Amy's story stand out is the choice she made afterward. Instead of clinging to the weight loss, she walked away. She chose her health, her sanity, and her son over an industry that constantly demands women shrink themselves. It was a rare act of defiance in a culture that rewards silence and suffering. Amy's warning is loud and clear. No career boost, no red carpet glow is worth missing the moments that truly matter. In Hollywood, that kind of honesty is the bravest transformation of all. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of authenticity, faces her biggest backlash. For decades, Oprah Winfrey has been the gold standard of honesty in Hollywood. She built an empire on empathy, vulnerability, and sharing her personal struggles with millions who trusted her. But when Oprah admitted to using weight loss medication, fans felt betrayed, like the woman who always championed authenticity had crossed a line. What makes this revelation so shocking is Oprah's history. She once spoke openly about her own battles with diets, yo-yo weight loss, and the emotional toll of body image. Viewers connected to her because she seemed real. She wasn't selling perfection, she was sharing the messy truth. That relatability became her brand. Now, her sudden embrace of the very trend she once warned against feels like a slap in the face to those who followed her advice for years. Industry insiders argue the impact is bigger than one woman's personal choice. Oprah's voice carries enormous influence. Millions see her not just as a talk show host, but as a guide for health and wellness. By normalizing pharmaceutical weight loss, critics warn she may have given dangerous validation to a risky trend. Unlike most people, Oprah can afford the best doctors, the safest monitoring, and immediate intervention if something goes wrong. Her fans, however, don't have that luxury. The contradiction is hard to ignore. Oprah promotes self-acceptance while quietly taking shortcuts behind the scenes. The woman who urged viewers to live their best life now appears caught in the same trap of appearances she once helped others escape. For some, her admission is humanizing proof that even the strongest icons are vulnerable to Hollywood's pressures. For others, it's hypocrisy, and perhaps the greatest crack yet in the flawless image Oprah has carefully built. Kourtney Kardashian, the wellness queen under fire. For years, Kourtney Kardashian carved out her own niche in the Kardashian empire. While her sisters flaunted luxury and excess, Kourtney branded herself as the voice of authenticity, preaching clean living, organic food, and natural wellness through her lifestyle company, Poosh. But her latest transformation has left fans and critics alike questioning everything she claims to stand for. Kourtney's physical changes were impossible to ignore: a slimmer frame, sharper facial lines, and an aura of mystery that surrounded her sudden glow-up. Officially, she credited her clean lifestyle and balanced diet. But medical experts analyzing her photos pointed out telltale signs of pharmaceutical intervention. The timeline didn't match natural methods, it matched rapid, drug-assisted weight loss. The contradiction is staggering. On one hand, Kourtney sells expensive supplements, detox teas, and holistic advice to millions of followers who believe she's living her truth. On the other, whispers from industry insiders suggest she may be secretly relying on the very shortcuts she warns against. For her customers, many of whom buy into her image as a wellness guru, this feels like more than hypocrisy. It feels like betrayal. Even within the Kardashian family, tension is said to be brewing. Sources claim her sisters worry that Kourtney's secret undermines their collective credibility. Her refusal to give direct answers in interviews paired with carefully staged Instagram posts only fuels the speculation. The mystery is becoming the story, and it threatens to shatter the trust she's built with fans. What makes Kourtney's case particularly damaging is her influence. She's not just another celebrity selling beauty, she's positioning herself as an authority on health. If her brand is built on deception, the fallout could be massive, both for her business and her reputation. Behind the polished posts and organic branding may lie the ultimate Hollywood hypocrisy, selling natural while secretly living artificial.